Hey friends, so here we have it, our first budget breakdown video of 2020. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. Now, I had already did my budget breakdown for the month, but that was before I decided to do YouTube videos. So I just went ahead and to kind of save time and show you guys how I break it down. I pulled my bullet journal out. I generally do not use a bullet journal for my budget because I have so much stuff that I have to put in it. I normally use the Happy Planner. What is that? The Ron John collection. They came out with it was Happy Planners, and then there was something else where it was just lined paper. I can't think of exactly what it's called. But because I'm filming this on my phone, I don't have the appropriate space. So just until I get myself set up with the correct tripod and all that stuff, because I'm trying to get these angles right. But without further ado, let's jump into the budget. Okay, so let me just let you guys know, as far as income, my husband does not budget. He is not on a Dave Ramsey plan, so he gives me a certain amount. I pay his car payment, pay his half of the bills, and I keep it moving. That'll be another video at another time because it can be frustrating. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who's going through it, that a spouse or significant other one jump on the bandwagon. So our income for our paycheck for Friday, if I can find my sheet, okay, was $1,814.86. Okay, so I do a zero-based budget, which means I take my income down to zero, meaning I give every dollar a job. Every penny is accounted for. That way, I tell my money where to go. I never have to worry about it. I don't have to look back and be like, oh, well, what happened? What did I spend this on? Nope, all accounted for. So the first section you'll see is expenses. I know some people take their money out of the bank, they put it in an envelope only to deposit it back in. I don't do that. That's too much work for me. My expenses are set to go out electronically through my bank. I'll keep it that way. However, recently I have changed how I do things because I plan on traveling soon. If things go as well as planned, I'll be debt free soon. So I plan on traveling soon. Therefore, I use my Southwest credit card to pay my bills. I just go to the website, put the card number in, charge it to my card, and then I pay off that amount every month so that I'm not, getting hit with interest. And I know that's not part of Dave Ramsey's little plan. However, I don't follow it to a T. Let me just say that. Bottom line, I never charge what I don't already have. Point blank, period. Okay, so moving on. So for this check for the mortgage, we're going to take half, which was $600. And then Metro PCS, I used to be with Verizon, but I had to leave them. They were too high. Again, my husband decided to stay. I have my myself and my son on my plan. And Metro PCS gets $48. Kindle isn't due this pay period. It'll get charged to my credit card, but I don't have to take it out until the last check. Now, you will notice as these videos go on, my BGE, which is my gas and electric bill, gets the same amount every paycheck, which is $175. So let me explain this. I currently have a credit on my bill. I've had a credit for I don't know how many months. It's starting to get cold where I live. I'd rather have a credit than to get this obscene amount of bill at the end of the month. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to pull from this and pull from that. I don't like to do that. I'd rather keep a credit on my bill. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel safe that in the colder months when the electricity and the gas is running, I don't have to be like, oh, turn it off or, I'd rather just have a credit. So I literally give them $200 every month. Regardless of how much the credit is, I give them $200. It works for me. It makes me feel better. So there you have it. Cable. Now, I don't even know if I want to say this, but so the amount for cable was $25. I paid them $50 a month because I have a credit. However, for some reason, I probably shouldn't say this, Verizon keep messing my bill up. And they're not charging me what they're supposed to be. So I'm not calling them back because this is like the second contract. Y'all don't want to fix it. That's not my problem. I'm going to keep on paying y'all like I only have internet. I can't be bothered. So we're going to keep it as is. So I literally paid them $50 a month. Now, don't y'all go report me. Y'all supposed to be my friends. Water bill isn't due, so that gets $0. And backing up, my Metro PCS bill for the month is actually $96, split in half, $48. Again, I pay all my bills half every 2 weeks. Now, moving on. Debt. All I have is 2 debts left. Like, I can't even explain how that feels. As a matter of fact, let me find my old book. Because this list used to be like 9 debts instead of down to 2. And while I'm looking for an old budget sheet, let me explain to you that Wells Fargo is my husband's bill. It's not mine. That's his car payment. However, I pay it electronically for him, so he gives me the money for that. So this is what my debts used to look like. This section here. Let's see if I can. Ooh, that's the cash envelopes. It's a little hard because it's so big, but can you guys see that? There we go. That's the debt section. That's what it used to look like. Sorry, the angle was like ugly. But I'm so happy to say that I have conquered so much debt. And again, I will make another video showing you the breakdown and the totals and all that stuff. Now, currently, my Capital One payment, minimum payment due is $108. But now my debt snowball is up to $640.12 for the month. So splitting that in half, that'll give us $320.06. This is what goes to Capital One every 2 weeks. I just started this. Actually, this is my first pay period because I paid off another debt prior to this, like probably 3 weeks ago, I think. And then CarMax just gets the minimum payment, half payment, which is $182.23 for a total of $364.46 a month. My husband, he just gets $236. Okay. Now, cash envelopes, these stay the same pretty much. I really try to stick to the same numbers for my budget because it just works. I don't like to stray away too much because I'm used to my routine, and I found that if I like try to switch something here, switch something there, it just throws me all off and it just puts me in my feelings, so I don't worry about it. All right, so breakfast / lunch for 2 weeks, I get a measly $10. Okay, fitness is a bill that is $45 a month, but for the first paycheck, that gets $22. Gas gets $40. Groceries, because I'm feeding the army. Well, I feel like I'm feeding the army. $300 a month, but I do $150 every 2 weeks. I am really only able to accomplish this because I shop at Aldi's. If I go somewhere else, that's not going to happen. I used the coupon. I'm not into it anymore. I really don't have the time and the patience at the moment. So this $150 at Aldi's every 2 weeks works great. Sometimes I don't even use all the money. Sometimes I have it left over. So if it works, it works. Household, I'm just going to do $5. My husband, again, he does not budget. So from time to time, he'll pick up something at the store. I might just have to pick up like dish detergent or something every once in a while. Miscellaneous gets $5 just in case I have to run to the dollar store, grab something quick, nothing drastic. My personal money, I get $20. Yep, that's it, $20 to last me for 2 weeks, which totals $40 a month. That's how committed I am to getting out of debt, that I do not spend any unnecessary money. Now, you notice this says pets and Christmas. Recently, I had to put my dog Chance down. A beautiful American bulldog. I had him for 9 years. He was my baby, my big boy. He ended up getting bone cancer, which his breed is very common, a very common diagnosis. So I decided to switch what I would put to the side for his food every month. I decided to move that over to Christmas. However, it still says pets because I'm not emotionally ready to just write him off or make him disappear out of my life. I was fortunate enough to have him cremated, and he is home with me. But that's just something that I'm not willing to do. So my pets envelope would get $10. So I went ahead and switched that over to the Christmas money. That way is going to something else and not really being wasted. And I also had $25 that come out of my check every 2 weeks to a Christmas fund. It's like a Capital One 360 savings account that it goes into. Now, I have convinced my husband to do the same, but that comes to me in hand. Like, I'm not going to leave it up to him to do it. So far, he's been doing it, and I'm happy about it. And I'll show you guys the 10 that we're using and all that stuff. In later videos. So my toiletries gets $5. And then allowance, we just started this for the kids. $20. So they'll get $10 a piece every 2 weeks as long as they do what they're supposed to do as far as their what are they called? Can't think. I'm looking at something. Oh my goodness. What's the word I'm looking for? Chores. Lord, getting old. Okay, now it's time for us to total this stuff up. Don't come for me. Yes, I have this huge calculator because I cannot see, and I don't always like to wear my glasses. So don't come for me. And yes, I was born in the 80s, so y'all know we do this right. We gonna hit this a couple times to clear those numbers. I do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and total up our expenses. We got the mortgage at $600, Metro PCS at $48, BGE at $175, cable at $25. Wait a minute. How am I off by 2? No, let's do that again. 600 plus 48 plus 175 plus 25. Okay, that's right. So, all right, for total expenses, we're at $773.75. Okay, moving on to our debt. $320.06 plus $182.23 plus $236. I already knew this amount because it's been the same thing since I started my debt-free journey. So $738.29 is a total for that. And then our cash envelopes were at 40. All right, so this is going to be $287 even. Okay, so let's just do, now we're going to do our zero base. And actually, let me move this up. I should have scooted this over some so you guys could see the calculator. Sorry about that. I'll know better for the next time. So look, let's hit this clear button, and then we can hit this clear button and make sure it says 0. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our total, which is $1,814.86. minus 773. I'm sorry, 773.75. Then we're gonna subtract 738.29, which equals 302. And then we're gonna subtract 287, which we have a leftover amount of 1582. I'm looking through this camera instead of looking at the calculator. Okay, now this is my regular go-to budget sheet. So we're gonna write that 1582 right here. Notice that says emergency fund, whatever is left over. Okay, so let me explain that. Because I had to put my dog down prior to that, we did treatment and all that good stuff. So of course I had to take the money out of my emergency fund. I am going to beef that back up. However, I just wasn't focusing on it for this month. I'll start that next month. So in the meantime, let me go ahead and get my cash situated so that we can go ahead and stuff our envelopes, which is my favorite part. And I'll see you guys back shortly. Okay, and we're back. So like I said, this is the most exciting part of getting paid, to me anyway. Never thought that cash would make me excited. I don't even know what my debit card looks like. So here is my bank envelope. I actually made this, I don't know, a couple months ago. Because I got tired of getting all those envelopes from the bank and then just becomes a whole bunch of unnecessary trash. And then this is my cash request slip that I take to the bank with me every 2 weeks. I just put some alcohol over top of it to wipe the existing numbers off and then put the new ones on. No biggie. But Friday, this happened. So I'm going to have to laminate this again. Okay, so here we have my cash envelopes made by yours truly. They are like literally my favorite because they're my wedding colors. And I put all the little sayings on there like I was copying and pasting and layering, and crafts make me feel happy, so something to bring you down after having a hard day at work. Okay, all right, let's get into this. I really don't want this video to be too long. So our first envelope we're gonna stuff is breakfast. I basically break my denominations down per week. So I budgeted $10 for breakfast, so that gets 2 5s. And you notice this tracker in here? That's just so I can keep track of my spending and make sure that I'm where I need to be. No overspending or anything like that. And then fitness is next. So for this pay period, fitness gets $22. Ooh. Trying to do this on the phone is not easy. Okay, now gas. I already got gas for the week, so I should only have $10 left. Because I get 40, I filled up with 30, so, and I like to split my gas up in smaller bills too. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more 10. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame here. Okay, groceries gets $150, of course. That's 1, 20, 30. Wait a minute, because I just changed this recently, so I got to remember how I do it. So we get 1, 20, 30, 40, 45, then 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So let me count that again. 120, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Looks like this needs to be laminated again too. I'll run it through again. Okay, household gets $5. Miscellaneous gets $5. Personal gets 20. However, I spent 10 already to get my eyebrows done. So just 10 this time. And then toiletries gets 5. Now, if you notice, the allowance is missing. That's because I gave it to them already. Also, the Christmas money is missing. That's because it's gone in the Christmas tin already. Now, remember I mentioned to you guys that I use my Chase Southwest credit card to earn points. Okay, so let me explain this. Again, I do not charge money that I do not have. I also put groceries and if we go out to eat, all that stuff. But you have to remember, I already budget for it. So when I charge it, it's already accounted for, if that makes sense. So for instance, when I go grocery shopping today, hopefully, if my bill comes up $110, okay, and I charge that $110, once that's done, or let's just say it comes up to $108, and then I charge that $108. Well, I'm going to put the $110 into this Chase envelope, and then there you go. So again, I'm not charging money that I don't have, if that makes sense. I'm not going to show you guys today. I will show you the next time because I really want to show you what I do when I have money left over in my cash envelopes. So we'll visit all of that with the next paycheck, which is January 24th. But in the meantime, between time, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys can follow me along this journey and be excited, just as excited as I am. So I can't wait to do my next cash envelope stuffing, and I'll see you guys then. Bye. So one more thing before I go, I almost forgot to tell you guys, the wallet that I carry my cash envelopes in were actually made and sold by a fellow YouTuber. I believe her name is Mom Needs a Clone. That's her YouTube name in her Etsy shop. So I'll link her down below, but I love her Budget Boss Girl wallet. This is my second wallet. I had the first one, which was black, but I gave that to my girlfriend. And then I was like, I got to order another one. And it just so happened that at the time I ordered, she came out with 2 other colors. So this color is the taupe. And then she also has cream. She also sells cash envelopes that she makes personally. They have the side entrance or the top entrance. They come with labels. She has like the vellum cash envelopes. Check her shop out. There's a lot of good stuff in her shop. The only thing that I didn't like about this particular particular wallet, the Budget Boss Girl is trimmed in gold in the black and cream wallets, and it wasn't trimmed in gold here. So it's like, just sit there. It doesn't really like pop. But you get a few credit card holders, of course, a little slit right here. Then you got your change, and then in the back you have your little pen holder, and it actually holds a lot. Like I've had this thing full to capacity with cash or receipts, and it did not buckle, break, or give in. So check her out. Mom Needs a Clone, and I believe I'm not sure she's part of the debt free community on Instagram, but I am. So you guys can follow me at debtfree_KD. I'll link that below as well because I always post there. But I'm not sure she's on there. I know she has a couple of platforms. So just hit the link below and find her. And I'll see you guys next time.